wins also as a Governor wrestling record. Jebin Keys, truly one of Pierre's finest. This Governor Sports Moment has been brought to you by the independent insurance team at Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre.
This is KGFX at 7:29, and it's the morning train. We're broadcasting from Northern Plains Studio with locations in Gettysburg, Selby, Fulton, Dupree, and Isabel, South Dakota, and Ashley and Strasburg, North Dakota. And it's time for People in the Neighborhood, proudly brought to you by McDonald's and also brought to you by Lee Real Estate. Well, if you like the theater, and if you like musicals, you probably know that this is one of the selections from Guys and Dolls. The Pierre players are in the studio. We welcome to the microphone Brad Steckelberg. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Great.
You've got Paul Joseph with you. Paul, good morning. How are you?
Good to be here.
He's a deadhead, folks, so we're already good friends. Something very exciting going on this evening, and we'd love for you to tell everybody what's going on.
Well, we will be producing Guys and Dolls this summer, and in order to produce a big show like that, we need to audition and find cast members. So that is coming up this week, and there's an opportunity tonight at 6 p.m. to come and hear some of the music and sing along to the music before the auditions begin, so that you can feel a little bit more comfortable with the music.
Yeah, this is one of the best ideas you guys have done in a long time, because there's so many people out there that want to get involved, and they go, oh, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, and then they just opt out of it. Then they go to the production, and they're like, oh, I could have been in this. I could have done this. So this is great. It's got to make them a little bit more comfortable with the material that they got to work with, right?
That's right. We'll just have a very low stress day, and we'll just have fun singing along to the music.
So you two now are a director and co-director? Is that where we're at here?
Something like that. I'm the main director, and then Paul is the assistant director.
Well, Paul, talk to me a little bit. Have you been in other productions with the Pierre players?
I joined Pierre players about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. Started with Hello, Dolly.
Oh, yeah.
And then I've done on stage and assistant director for a couple of shows. It's really a fun thing to do. I was here in Pierre for over a year before I even realized that there was such a thing as Pierre players.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that I found it, because it's a wonderful group of people, wonderful activity, and anybody can act. If you even have thought about something like that, come join us tonight, 6 o'clock, singing. If you don't even have to sing, just come and listen to it if you want to.
Well, as a new member of the Pierre players, talk to me a little bit about that. What's that like to be on stage? What's that feeling like if somebody out there is listening, they've never done it?
Oh, there's nothing like it. Like I say, I've been here for maybe a couple of years, but I've been in theater since 1962.
Okay.
And I can't imagine life without theater, to tell you the truth. When a play comes up and I'm on stage, that's an entirely different world. It's like you've left the planet and you're becoming a totally new person.
Well, there's a lot of folks in that line getting ready to leave the planet, too, isn't there? No problems with that at all. Yeah. So the sing-along, that's going tonight. That's going to start at what time?
The sing-along starts at 6 p.m.
Okay.
And then this coming Monday and Tuesday, the 21st and the 22nd, is when we'll hold auditions at 7 p.m. each night. You don't have to come to both nights. We just have 2 nights because it's a big cast and we need to listen to a lot of people. And then we are doing another, one of the themes in Guys and Dolls is... one of the major themes is that there's a little bit of good in everyone. And so we have a little sign, even if you're not there for the auditions, stop by and we've got some pieces of paper. Write down a story of when you've been surprised by the goodness in someone else, and we'll find a place to display that. So
that's nice.
It's part of our show and the theme of what we want to try to say.
Well, folks, be sure to get there and get yourself a good seat. It's going to be a packed house, I am sure. How about contact information if they need to get a hold of you?
You can contact myself. My number is 605-376-9881. You can go to the Peer Players website, and I always Google Peer Players. I'm sorry,
Sure.
I don't know that. But
That's what it's for, yeah.
And it's got a link that goes directly to my email as well. Just look for the Guys and Dolls logo.
If you can't get Brad, my number is 209-596-2159. We'll be glad to give you any information you want.
Sounds great. There you go. It's the Peer Players. It's Brad and it's Paul. And, you know, one time a very wise man named Paul Joseph once said, you know, I can't even imagine a world without the Peer Players in it.
That's right.
And those are some great words of wisdom. Thank you, Mr. Joseph, for those
you.
words. It's part one of People in the Neighborhood. It's the Peer Players. Guys, thanks so much for coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, we have royalty in the house. And that's what's coming up next, right here on People in the Neighborhood, proudly brought to you by McDonald's and Lee Real Estate.
Now is a great time to buy a home. Lee Real Estate has a large inventory of great homes, and with interest rates low, let them get you into the home of your